Hey, real quick question. Have you ever worn something and it felt like you were in heaven? Wait till you see this. If it's your first time here, I'm Lee. Welcome to Lee Style and Fragrance. Here I discuss men's style, fragrance, a little bit of positivity, throw a vlog every once in a while, and I also do a little bit of grooming. And for those of you that are returning, thank you guys so much for coming back. You guys are the best. You already know this stuff. Today, for the first time, I am partnering up with a company called Tani, and this topic is going to be about underwear. Yes, I said underwear, but not just any underwear. It's luxury underwear. Now, you guys know, before I dive in, I got to do something that I always do. Scent of the day, I am wearing Jazz Club by Replica. Why Jazz Club? Isn't it spring? Well, I'm in PA, and right now I'm in a nor'easter, so I'm snowed in. So, scent of the day, Jazz Club by Replica. While I was at Menfluential, I had the honor to meet the founder of Tani, and he said, I will send you out a pair of my underwear. Let me know what you think. And this is what I really like. He didn't say, oh, rave about it, speak really highly about it. He said, look, if you don't like it, say you don't like it. That is my speed right there. I want to be honest and blunt all the time. So when he said those words to me, I was like, please send me out a pair. But I expected him to only send me one pair, but he sent me two. My guy. Now, I opened up the box, so you get this message saying you are the best. See, Tani even knows. I tell you this all the time. You guys thought I was playing? Even Tani knows it. And kind of has this guy in the back with one of the products. Then looks like you got the same guy here again. Then he just talks about setting the new standard. And this is the one pair that I've already tried and I love. So this was the gray one. Now this one will be the silk cut. And this will be the black one. It comes in this like Ziploc type sealed bag. Really like it. And this is what it looks like. Very simple, very minimal. And it'll be hard to see it, but it kind of says Tani on this elastic band here. And then right here, it actually tells you the material it's made out of, micromodal, which I will break down in a second. Okay, so guys, being completely honest, my first impression of these, when I first seen them, I thought they looked really simple, and I'm like, are these really worth $45 a pop? So, I did what people do. I tried them on, and I was completely blown away, guys. Like, I was like, these are the softest underwear I've ever put on in my life. This is probably some of the softest fabric I've ever felt in my life. Now, through experience, I had a pretty bad experience with lightweight underwear. I've tried on a bunch of them, and typically what I figured with them is I couldn't really wear them out on a normal day if I was going to work. I could only wear them for one purpose, and that was working out, like these Adidas I have here. So, of course, initially when I opened it and I felt how light they were, despite them being very comfortable, I was like, well, is this something that I could wear outside? Is this something that I could wear to work? Is this something that I could wear from day to day? Because I didn't want something that's not versatile. Especially if I'm going to stand here and convince you to pay $45 a pop for these, because that's how much they are. That does sound a little steep, and I'm here today to tell you that this is definitely worth every penny. Now, would I go out and buy 10 pairs of these? Maybe not. Would I buy a pair and build up on it over the years or over the months? Definitely. Now, my other question was, can I wear this in the winter? Because typically in the winter, I wear thicker underwear because it's warmer and I don't want to feel it. So I was like, well, can I wear this in the winter? Well, it is still winter here, or should I say, still feels like winter here. I wore them out in the dead cold and I was fine. Now me, I don't see myself wearing it too much in the winter. Not saying that you can't, but me personally, I see myself wearing this more 3 seasons out of the 4. Now, this is the biggest problem, and I'm sure all fellas can relate. With briefs, I actually prefer wearing, not briefs, sorry. I rather wear boxers. The problem with boxers, though, depending on how thick or how tight they are, they'll ride up, and you get the cutting between your thighs. You gotta pull them down all the time. And the problem is, you can't do that all the time. Sometimes you're at work, sometimes you're at the mall, so you can't just like pull a wedgie out, or it's uncomfortable. And that is the one thing that I hate about most underwear, especially if it's tight. And this is one of the first things that I love about Tani is they don't ride up. And even if they do, they're not tight. They're loose on your body. They hug your body. So they still feel very comfortable 100% of the time. So I took the gray ones on a test run. So I wore them the whole day. First thing, I put them on in the morning. I went to work with them, so I was moving around. Then when I came home, I actually worked out in them, and they still felt amazing. So there goes the versatility that I was talking about earlier, guys. This definitely has the versatility. If we look at these Under Armours right here, they're very tight. They're not very tight, but they're tight. This is not something that I could wear all day. I can only work out in these. If I'm playing basketball, I could wear these. But if I'm walking around, this isn't something that I could wear all day. Now, I don't want you guys to get the wrong message. I am not brand bashing any of these companies that I mentioned. I'm simply showing you that these brands are very simple. They're not as versatile. I'm showing you that there's a time setting in place for the brands that I'm using as examples, where with Tani, I feel like there is no time setting. I feel like they're very versatile and you can use them on multiple occasions. So I feel like they're well worth the price. Like me, when I first felt these, I'm sure you guys are very curious and you guys want to know what material are these made out of. So, as I mentioned earlier, they are actually made out of micromodal air, which is said to be thinner than silk, and it's actually a high performance and high comfort material. One thing I really like about it is, as far as the feel, how I would describe it to you guys is it almost feels like silk, but then it almost has kind of like a cashmere feel to it as well. It's amazing. Like, you guys just have to feel it. Now, I can stand right in front of you and talk about comfort all day, but let's talk about something else. So what separates Tani's from pretty much everything else that we're used to wearing all the time? It's not just the material, but it's how long it's going to last. So let's think about the underwear that we typically wear. They're typically made out of cotton. Cheaper material, and not just any cotton. It's usually the lower grade of cotton, and it usually has some kind of polyester blend to it. Now, the thing about that is once you wash it, it already loses quality and it already loses comfort. Then, I want you guys to think of something else too. Well, underwear, you typically wear them one time, then you wash them right after. At least I hope you guys do. Because underwear is something that you're going to wash constantly. You're going to wash this a lot more than pretty much anything else you wear. What that means is pretty much every time you wash it, every time you dry it, of course, it's going to lose the quality. It's going to get less comfortable. Now, with the micromodal air, this is actually built to withstand these washes and these dries. Now, of course, you have to dry it a certain way, but do keep that in mind also. But basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys is this will last a lot longer than your typical underwear. I'm sure you guys heard the saying, you get what you pay for, right? Now, with luxury items, they're exactly that. That goes for fragrance, that goes for fashion, and that goes for underwear. And the point I'm trying to make here is if the underwear that I'm accustomed to wearing did everything that I wanted it to do, or even the fragrances that I wear, if they did everything I wanted it to do, there would be no need for me to spend more money to get the items that I just showed you guys. But there is a reason, because the quality is unmatched, they last longer, they look great, they feel great. So there's a price that comes with luxury. Cause trust me, I would not pay $1,000 for a laptop if I could just buy a $300 laptop and do everything that I wanted to do. But fellas, bless your balls and get some good draws. I didn't plan on that, but that came out pretty good though. And I just want to close with this. I can definitely say that Tani underwear right now is my favorite underwear in my closet. I'm not gonna lie. Before, I never worn luxury underwear before. I mean, keep it real. Before, I had Abercrombie and Fitch, and I thought their underwear was amazing. Still do. But Tani is definitely on a class on its own, and I definitely highly recommend that you guys go get a pair. Honestly, even if it's on sale, look out for the sales, whatever it may be, you guys need to get a pair. Try Tani USA. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Now, Tani, I am very impressed with you guys. Last thing, I'm so impressed that people usually misspell my last name, but you guys managed to misspell my first name. Tani, I'm honored that you guys chose me to work with you guys. Your products are amazing. Guys, please put a thumbs up on this. Comment, share, subscribe. Tell everybody. Tell everybody about Tani. And tell everybody about Lee Style and Fragrance. I will see you guys next time. Peace.